We are so fed up with this. How many more Americans have to die? How many more families will never see their loved ones again, like these people you see in these photos? Now here we are, two members of Congress that serve on the Homeland Committee, and as Tony stated, we sit next to each other. We have heard the heart-wrenching stories from witness after witness. Parents whose children have been murdered by Chinese fentanyl that comes into our country through the cartels at the southern border. We have watched them weep. We have mourned with them. 300 Americans die every single day. But think about this. 8 Republicans last night voted with Democrats to shelf and kill my articles of impeachment against Secretary Mayorkas. 8 Republicans. How many more people have to die before 8 Republicans can decide to have the courage to vote yes for impeachment against Alejandro Mayorkas? This cannot go on. I've lost 2 constituents last week. These people were just recently in the last month or so. But this happens every day at the border, and they are invisible. Congress is tone deaf. We don't need more hearings. We don't need more strongly worded letters. We don't need more posts and social media posts. We don't need any more of that. Americans are fed up with it. We need impeachment. And that is the tool that our founders gave us in the Constitution. I am particularly outraged at 4 of the 8 Republicans that voted to shelve these articles of impeachment, voted to kill them, because 4 of them serve on the Judiciary Committee. And I want you to know that my articles of impeachment have been in the Judiciary Committee for 6 months, sitting on a shelf. So these 4 Judiciary members, Republicans, voted to send them back up on the shelf where they will never be picked up and see the light of day, marked up in a committee and move forward. It's outrageous. And I have to say, one of them is Darrell Issa, and he said that I lack maturity. Well, I want you to know, it takes maturity to vote for impeachment. It takes seriousness to vote for impeachment, because we aren't going to stand by and watch our constituents get murdered by cartel members who are smuggling illegal aliens illegally into our country. It takes maturity to act, and we are ready to act. We are fed up with it. Now, here's the deal. Americans are fed up with it, and Congress has to stop being tone deaf. Tony and I can quote the numbers to you on and on and on, but the biggest thing that we want is we want to see action from our conference. We want to see boldness and courage among Republicans to do the right thing for the American people, so that no more Americans die from the Biden administration's open border policy that violates our laws and our Constitution. Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas must be impeached, and that's why I will reintroduce my articles of impeachment in a privilege resolution once again on the House floor, and I dare those 8 Republicans to shelf them again. It's time to do something about it. We must move forward. Tony, I thank you so much. I really thank your courage and how you represent your district and fight on this issue. So I want to keep working with you on this. Thank you. And we can take questions if anybody has them.
What's the next step for impeaching Mayorkas? When do you intend to refile those articles?
That would depend on our floor schedule. So I've got to see what our floor schedule is and what our votes are.
And those 8 members who voted against, they said they wanted to wait till the process and the investigation to complete itself in Homeland Security. What's your response to that?
I think that's a weak excuse. The process is a vote. That's how you impeach someone. We don't need to prove the numbers. We have the stories. They're proven right here, and they're proven every single day. 300 Americans die every single day. How many more Americans do they want dead before they're willing to push that button? I can assure you their phone lines are being lit up today. Their names are all over social media. Their constituents know how they voted, and they should have never done it. They shouldn't have done it. And voting is our job. That's our job, and our record is public. And no one can get mad if people are upset about our votes, because you have to stand by your vote. But like I said, articles of impeachment, mine, and there's others on Mayorkas, have been sitting on the shelf in the Judiciary Committee. So they can't argue that they want to work the process when 4 of them serve on the Judiciary Committee and have not picked up articles of impeachment, moved them forward, and voted them out of their committee. That's an excuse that I'm not going to buy, and I don't think the